When Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson broke the line, the sizzling scenes from 50 Shades of Grey. When Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson were cast in 50 Shades of Grey, few could have imagined the power and connection that would form between the two. Just looking at these two familiar faces, one could sense a conflict within them, but it was that conflict that created one of the most feverish films in the history of cinema. With its hot sex scenes, this film made the whole world restless. It all started with a nervous meeting at the casting room. Both Jamie and Dakota could not hide their tension before officially starting these challenging scenes. Although both had undergone rigorous testing and hours of practice with experts, no one could have prepared them for the emotions they would face when the scenes became so realistic and intense. Christian Grey, the character that Jamie plays, is a perfect man with all the appearance of power and coldness. However, deep inside he is a wounded person, a soul in need of healing. Anastasia Steele, played by Dakota Johnson, is an innocent but strong girl, ready to face any challenge that life throws at her. When the two meet, a complex and passionate relationship is formed, leading to challenging scenes. Heating scenes on screen, there is no denying that this movie has brought viewers stimulating and challenging scenes. Both Jamie and Dakota have to overcome their own limits in each scene, and of course, not everything is always easy. The sensitive sex scenes, along with the tension between the control and the desire for freedom of the two characters, have kept the audience glued to the screen. The scene in Christian Grey's Red Room is one of the most famous scenes of the movie. This is not only where the characters show control and power, but also where love and suffering blend together, creating a space full of tension. Every time Jamie and Dakota face each other, the atmosphere is tight, as if no one can breathe. The looks they exchange are not just lines, but promises, threats, and sometimes, even the inner struggles of each other. Many times, Jamie and Dakota have had sincere conversations outside of the scene. They shared their feelings of anxiety, insecurity, and even discomfort when having to act out such intense love scenes. But it was their support and trust in each other that helped them overcome everything, and each scene became a memorable mark in their career. Behind the hot scenes are what everyone pays the most attention to, but few people know the challenging behind-the-scenes moments that Jamie and Dakota have to face. In an interview after the film's release, Dakota admitted that, although she was very comfortable with these scenes, she felt a different kind of tension every time she did them. We always had to stay professional, but sometimes it felt really weird. Not everyone could understand that. Meanwhile, Jamie, with his cool and professional demeanor, always tried to ease the tense atmosphere. He often talked to Dakota, shared her feelings and supported her through difficult scenes. Jamie said, "We had to create a comfortable space where we could both discuss the scenes without feeling forced. It was because of the connection and mutual understanding between Jamie and Dakota that the hot scenes in the film could be so successful." Those moments were not only physically challenging but also skillful in expressing emotions and the complex relationship between the two characters. From screen to life, when the film was released, the public's attention to Jamie and Dakota did not stop at the screen. They became heroes on television, loved for their enthusiasm and contribution to the film. However, both Jamie and Dakota knew that, despite completing their roles excellently, they could not escape everyone's attention. The combination of Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson created an unprecedented storm in the film industry. Interviews, behind-the-scenes photos, all was sought after by the audience. But the most special thing was that, throughout the filming period, they always maintained an extremely professional relationship. The feelings that developed between them during the filming, although not made public, made fans curious. Timeless attraction. Even after the film was released and ended, the attraction of 50 Shades of Grey has never diminished. Jamie and Dakota are still the epitome of the perfect combination of acting and emotion. The love scenes are not only an on-screen image that has become a symbol of a generation of viewers looking for newness and experiences beyond the usual boundaries. In the eyes of fans, the attraction between Jamie and Dakota is more than just a performance on film. They have created a wordless love story, where touching emotions are expressed through every look, every touch, every frown. A story that no matter how hard you try to forget, it can still fade from your heart.